So in today's Card Academy lesson, I'm going to go over a very interesting sort of offbeat control that's actually fairly simple to do and allows you to control card to the top of the deck via a dribble. So this is one of those interesting controls. However, it does take advantage of an offbeat that you have to create. It's not the best one for camera, but you're going to see that in practice and in performance, it's a wonderful control to use. So for this, we're going to have the spectator call stop. Let's say they happen to call stop over here. We remind them that their card is over here to please remember their card, because if they don't remember the card, then this trick is kind of pointless. Their card is going to get placed somewhere in the middle of the deck, scored up very cleanly. It's not on top, it's not on bottom, but of course in that action, their card is on top of the deck. So if you were paying clever attention, you would see what was going on there. But I'm going to go over some tips and subtleties to hopefully make this a bulletproof control. So first things first, you're going to dribble the cards and have the spectator call stop anywhere they want. Let's say they have them to call stop over here. You're going to show them the card, in this case the ace of spades, and you're going to make some points of having them remember the card. Please don't forget it. Now notice my pinky is in the bottom. This is just a little bit of a tidbit, just to make sure you don't get a little bit of the excess dribble of the cards falling off the bottom. So my pinky's on the bottom. So in my right hand, I'm going to point to the ace of spades. And what's going to end up happening is that this packet is going to be placed on top. If I want to make sure the ace of spades is on the bottom, obviously I would place it underneath. But because of the actual situation, and when you draw focus back, this is what the spectator is going to see. So you're going to put an emphasis on the ace of spades so that when you have an offbeat and that when the spectator has an opportunity to look away, they're going to look away. That's a powerful technique in Magic and something that you could apply to a lot of things. By focusing the spectator's attention on one specific spot for just a little bit of time, and then calling attention to something else, you're going to notice that the spectator is going to take that opportunity to relax, to lower their guard, and then that's when you could come in and do something of like a move or a pass. So that's a little bit of a hot tidbit here. In this case, please remember that card. As a matter of fact, you, sir, could you please remember that card in case he forgets? Oh, you're going to forget the card too? Oh boy. I'll tell you what, I just want you guys to remember that that card is going somewhere in the middle of the deck. It's not the top card. It's not the bottom card. It's not one of these special sort of decks. And of course, in that action, their card's controlled right to the top of the deck. So let's go over the actual mechanics. Ace of spades. You're going to close it up. You're going to bring that above this half. And when you bring the attention and the focus back on the deck, this is the situation they should be looking at. So the idea is that their card is in this gap. However, their card is actually already on top of the deck. So all you're doing there is just simply putting the cards above and just turning your hand down so that your palm is facing the ceiling. So that's all that's happening here, just like this. So the situation is really a confusing one for a spectator that already has the relaxation and has already been taken advantage of by the beautiful moment that is the offbeat. So right there, ace of spades, that goes on top, and then you bring your palm up so that the cards are in this position. Now you bring attention back to the cards and score them up very carefully, making sure the spectator sees that you're not doing any sort of move. As an optional little bit of a display here, I like to do the dribble double lift, where I just hold back two cards as I reiterate to the spectator that their card's not on top. Of course, I'm holding a double here, or on bottom of the deck. That's optional. However, I do think that there's a little bit of merit because it does flow very well. So I want you to remember that card. You in the back, please help them remember. Oh, you're gonna have a hard time remembering. Well, where'd you guys go to school? Where'd you guys go to school? All right. Tell you what, sir, just remember your card's somewhere in the middle of the deck. It's not on top of the deck. It's not on bottom. That should be good enough for now. And proceed there, of course, with their card being on top of the deck. So that's a little bit of a displacement control that you could use. Again, taking advantage of the offbeat. The offbeat is going to be one of your most used assets in Magic. You're going to have to find out how to use it. You're going to have to find out your own way of creating it to suit your own style and your own vocabulary. But in this particular case, you're using that idea of an offbeat to create a very offbeat sort of control that really does fly by spectators. It reminds me a little bit of Lee Asher's Losing Control. However, this one is a little bit more ballsy and relies less on technique and more on creating that offbeat. So definitely leave in the comments below certain ways that you guys will create offbeats for your own. And again, please don't just copy what I say. Please don't just copy what I do. Make sure that it's organic to you guys. Make sure that it's natural and germane to your own performance style. But that is the displacement control, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for being members of the Pigcake Magic, coin card, everything, the Magic Academy, and I hope to see you on the next lesson.